Hello, dear students. I hope you all are doing good. I'm your trainer Satish Kumar Pandey, and today's learning is from Food and Beverage Service and Operations, Unit 3.9 Competency Take Orders. Topic Methods of Cooking, Medium or Fat, Part 2. So, let's move on to our lesson's objective now. By the end of this session, you'll be able to describe pot roasting and oven roasting. In the previous session, we have learned what is roasting. So let's refresh our memory. Roasting is a cooking method that uses dry heat where hot air covers the food, cooking it evenly on all sides with temperature of at least 150 degrees centigrade from an open flame, oven or other heat source. Roasting can enhance the flavor through caramelization. In the previous session of methods of roasting, you have learned about spit roasting and tandoori method of roasting. In this session, we'll be learning about pot roasting and oven roasting. So let's begin our first topic, which is pot roasting. What is pot roasting? Pot roasting is a term applied to cooking only good quality of meats. Example, small joints of meat and birds. It is carried out in a deep covered pot without any or with barely any liquid. The meat is seared or browned first in a little butter or oil, then placed on a bed of brown root vegetables or bones and vegetables. The pot is tightly covered and the meat cooked gently. The pot roast may be cooked in a pot or pressure cooker, in a brass kettle, or in the oven. The small amount of liquid and the vegetable produce sufficient steam to make this a moist heat method ideal for the medium tender roasting cuts. Example of pot roasted food are lamb leg roast or lamb shoulder roast. To start with pot roasting method, first we brown the meat in a little butter or oil and then take a greased pot and make a bed of root vegetables. We place the meat item on top of that and seal the pot or cover it with its lid. Then we place it inside the preheated oven. Added root vegetables create enough steam to cook the meat. Let's learn about oven roasting. Oven roasting involves cooking food in an uncovered pan in the oven. It is a dry heat cooking technique. Dry, hot air surrounds the food, cooking it evenly on all sides. Depending on food you are preparing, you can roast at low, moderate, or high temperature. Oven roasting is considered a simple cooking method because it generally uses a lower temperature over a longer period of time, allowing you to set it and forget it. Example, lamb joints, roasted chicken, roasted vegetables or fruits, etc. The raw meat joints is trimmed if necessary and then kept in a pan which is to be sealed from all sides to seal the juices inside from the fat. Salt could be sprinkled later on. The meat should be removed from the roasting tray and the excess fat poured off after it's cooked. The roasting tray should place on the fire and the juices allowed to caramelize and the brown stock added and brought to boil. Thus, the brown gravy called juice roti is prepared and the actual process is known as deglaze. The most important tool for properly carving your roast meat is a sharp knife. Be safe. If you are using a meat fork, don't pierce the roast to hold it in place. Use the back of the fork instead. If you have rib roast, cut each slice along the rib bone. Always cut across the grain for maximum tenderness. Here in these pictures, you can see vegetable items, meat, along with fruits are kept in a tray which are oven roasted. If it is a meat item, juice roti can be prepared later on and the meat item further can be cooked in the brown gravy. I believe you all must have learned by now what is the difference between pot roasting and oven roasting, and what are pot roasted food and oven roasted food. Thank you for learning. Dhanyavad.